play. Because it comes up here, doing that gravity turn, and then hold on, give me a second. I got a bat. Oh god, it's tough. No! Ignore that, ignore that. Everything's fine. First stage falls back down to earth. Oh god. Oh no! It's gone everywhere. Where is that? Is that literally? Oh, it's above me. It's okay. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Wow! Out of nowhere.
Yeah, we got halfway through this evening, and it's like massive fun. Whoa, shit!
Dat is mijn birthday overall.
Thank you, Fred.
Oops! Hold my beer, son, and watch this. Oh, right, okay. First mistake of.
Maybe you, sir? Maybe. Zynex! Jesus, Zynex! You did that on purpose, you Love you, buddy. My God, it's full of stars. Good God! That one worked. That one definitely worked. I think I need to go lie down now before I have a heart attack. Guys, seriously.
Okay, now for this. Holy shit. Fucking Arda. Damn, dude. That scared the shit out of me. Go to fuck to sleep. God damn it.
Good evening. Welcome. How the hell are you? I am your host, IanDlive, and we have a bunch of reprobates among us, up in the top corner, sitting in some desk somewhere in Scotland. Our usual, our one and only, one Mr. Smiter.
Hello.
There you go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, CoilGun, that is so cute.
Thanks.
I love it. I love it.
Directly above me, straight from the Iron Gardens of Xebonia, it's the one, it's the only, PurrfectBlinky. Yeah. Yeah. Now, some guy that we kind of allegedly know is sat over in the corner, feeling a little bit blue, playing a lot of Star Citizen. Zoc.
Who can that be?
And he's silent.
He is very silent. Say something.
He's just hiding. He's just moving away from the camera. And
It's a different type of cloud.
different type of cloud. He's no longer gone. He's there, really. And finally, just to my left is a puppy in an egg cup. Yeah, it's CoilGun. Say hello. What do you mean no sound from Blinky? What do you mean no sound from Blinky?
Ooh.
Don't. What do you mean? Oh God, we started this crap again. No,
Blinky.
no, don't.
No, that's
don't.
actually comforting. That's actually comforting.
No, it's
never.
Never technical
no.
problems.
Just
Now it's
just
better. Now I should be heard. Yes.
yes,
That
that's
was on my
better.
side. I am a
That's-
terrible person. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry about that. But hello. I said hi, so that's now on camera instead of just in the
Good
back.
camera. And let's just to make absolutely sure. Yeah, are you being heard, Joel? Testing. And something tells me maybe not. Is your microphone actually active on? Yes.
On OBS. We are
Yes.
professionals.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
There
Hello
we go.
there.
See, only the
are.
best people. So, welcome to this week's show. You know, now we've got all the little hiccups out of it. That's all good. And Darth Wormy, that's not very nice saying mute Zoc. Anyway,
I wasn't saying if you're saying mute Zoc or the fact that I am muted. I mean, maybe, who knows, yeah.
yeah.
Oh no, he was saying to mute me.
Yeah.
Bad, man.
Oh, man. Right, so, as you can see, right, today, what we have planned, or what we've got lined up is, we're going to chat about Star Citizen 3.0, and what it's brought, and what it's bringing. Also, getting the hype train ready for Star Wars The Last Jedi, out in theatres on the 15th, or
13th.
around then. 13th.
Earlier.
I'm watching on the 13th.
Yeah, me too. Wednesday.
Blinky.
Yes! I don't get to watch it till Friday. Sniff.
Sunday? I don't know anymore.
Also, Twitch achievements. Good thing, bad thing. Side. And also a little sort of like game that's coming out next Tuesday, which has got several of us quite excited. So Star Citizen 3.0. People say it's a money grab, other people say it's the next best thing since sliced bread. I'm kind of on the French toast idea thing with it. So, what's it brought? Because I am one of these people. I'm a poor pauper. I don't have PTU yet. So,
My God.
shush you. So it's like basically when it actually plays, and this is a question that pointed at my learned friend over in the corner, looking rather smurfish. When it actually plays, graphics notwithstanding of frame speeds, is it everything it's cracked up to be that you wanted it to be with planets? Yes or no?
I haven't. It's it haven't been able to play it enough to know in terms of gameplay, because the performance has been quite bad. So I haven't been able to actually do the things I want to. Put a rover inside a constellation and drive it, fly it around. But no, it's hard to say because of that. But I say you think graphics aside. So
Yep.
I mean, it looks amazing. It looks really good. Like I'm seeing a lot of screenshots for what people have experienced in it, but I haven't got to that yet, just because it's so hard to get there. Basically,
Same for me. I've been trying to stream it as well, but it's just not enjoyable to put that through stream with a 5-6 FPS kind of game hanging around. Also, why I didn't spend more than a couple of hours in this PTU. So, although you are scrub Ian, it doesn't matter because still a lot of kinks to iron out.
So wait a minute. So if it's going at 5 or 6 frames per second, if you put the same filter over it that you did they did with Cuphead, all the crackly stuff, could that make it like vintage Star Citizen?
Vintage Citizen, huh? Interesting concept. I don't think that is the fidelity that Chris Roberts is aiming for, and also the art style is a bit out of place.
Yeah.
So,
but
no,
that'd
no.
But that would be so ace, because Cuphead was such a beautiful game to look at.
Did you stream that, Ian?
What, Cuphead? Yes.
Yeah.
It's infuriating. Infuriating. It really is.
But more infuriating than getting over it.
Yeah. It's all but it's what. Let's put it this way. I actually saw this going right off the rails from Star Citizen already. However,
yeah, I know. Here we go.
Here we go. However, the first time I actually saw that was actually Maya playing it.
Yeah.
And I sat down. I saw Maya Test playing Cuphead, and I just went, "My God, I'm watching a vintage Disney cartoon. It's so pretty."
Yeah.
And I kind of then parted money and bought it, and then regretted it by going, "This is so annoying."
Have you seen the making of videos and the game dev videos about how they made it and how they came to the concepts of this? Because that's also very interesting. The whole 50s style era, things are morphing, crazy shapes, crazy odd characters.
It's just
so well.
It's just the surrealness of it all that gets to me. So, but yes, thanks, Liam. Yes, I know I was bad at playing Cuphead. Just it's just
that's why I don't own it, because I will quite happily watch other people play it and be like, this is really pretty, rather than sitting there trying to playing it and going, oh god no, oh god no.
Yeah, I have to get over to my brother's couch to co-op play it with him sometime. He got it. I have yet to buy it. He has it, so we can play together. That's also it is a co-op game. Not a lot of people know that.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, you can play it 2-player.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a thing. Wow.
So if you have friends, not that we have any, but if you have friends, then you can actually play together.
Thanks, Blinky. You just put down on it. It is like co-op game. Yeah, if you have friends.
Such a shame.
Sniff.
Oh well.
So harsh.
Just
however,
go on Craigslist and try to get some.
whoa! Craigslist. Let's not go there. That's an entire different talk show. Only for after the watershed.
So I thought that was the.
I like how he's sort of just getting out of shot. Bye. And takes his green screen with him.
Yeah.
Hi, kitchen. Anyway.
Back. Okay.
Yeah. So
Good.
anyway.
But this was Star Citizen, right? Or
this was.
Yes, this was.
Yeah, it was. Okay.
Yes. And we're sticking with Star Citizen. Yeah. So, carry on, Blinky.
Who of us has got the game? Do we all have it? Some of us.
I want to know what CoilGun thinks about it, because I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that everybody is saying that they have low frame rate. I remember somewhere very, very early days of Star Citizen, probably something like 2012-ish. I I read something about if you have an AMD FX 8350, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and GeForce GTX 670, the sky is the limit.
You know that
So guys,
2012 is like 20 years ago, right?
exactly. But I'm really wondering.
They
guys, we have
kind
more
of changed
powerful
things.
computers. So yeah, that was the sky. They kind of, well, the game goes to space, right? So why limit itself with the sky?
That is a thing to say. Not sure what your point is. So yeah, no, it's not their limit. They have no limits. That's also one of the problems that Star Citizen is currently having. They're not finishing anything. They just keep adding things that are awesome, but they keep adding things, so nothing gets done in the proper amount of time they promised. You know, the soon TM is probably from them first and foremost. If Keen was not patenting it already.
I still think it comes down to the fact that they hadn't set the quality bar for a long time.
Yeah.
So like you can see that with the ships. If you see that the Hornet has had like 2, 3, 4. I've lost track of how many modeling it's had.
Yeah.
Basically because So now they've set the quality standard for the ships at least. So now all the ships are making the same thing. So that delayed it a lot because they kept the scope of the game kept growing. And I think now they've actually set out the scope, the systems and mechanics. It's all pretty much planned now. I think they might not have announced all of it, but I think more so than a year ago, I think they are actually finally moving forward on their plans because they know they now know how big they want it to be. But like a year ago, 2 years ago, when I was at CitizenCon and we saw this Squadron 42 stuff, Squadron 42 was supposed to come out in 2016, which is like nearly 2 years ago now. So yeah, the scope has changed massively. But I think like even though it's been kind of moving away, it's a bit like with this 3.0 release. It's all at the same time been edging closer and closer to the actual thing happening. It's the same with this like quality level. It was getting further and further away. They were having more mechanics, more ideas and stuff, but now, even though it even might be growing away a little bit, they're still like catching up. So that was my little ramble there. So that's what I think.
No, I completely and fully agree, of course. Yeah, and indeed, I saw my Cutlass taking many turns. I once upon a time I had like a model of it in my hangar, and then it became a new Cutlass, and then it became the Cutlass Blue, and then it became, oh wait, no, we can't do that yet because we have to redo the systems. And then they wanted to redo the systems, and then they did the revamp because they wanted to have bikes in there. So and now everything will become modular, and like you just I guess you just start with the engine and slap a cockpit on top and then go from there.
Wait a minute, now we've just progressed into Space Engineers building styles.
Yeah.
Stick an engine on it, slap a cockpit
initially
off.
they had like the different ships were like completely different models, but they saw that players wanted customization, and for their pipeline it was also more productive to have that like just the middle section comes out and you plop a new one in. So that is mostly what their revamp is doing, and also redesigning for like game mechanics they were yet to really think about, like indeed planetary landing with a cargo bike, for example, loaded him back.
One of the ships doubled in size. It's gone from like 120 meters to like, I don't know, like 240 or something.
Oh, my replicas, no!
Yeah. See, the thing is, and with me being the pauper that I am, and not being able to play 3 yet, I'm still waiting to fly my Aquila. Because
do you have an Aquila then?
I've got an Aquila.
You have an Aquila, okay.
Yeah, basically I traded in my Redeemer because I saw that it was in absolutely no way, shape or form getting even modelled. It was still just artwork. And it was like, yeah, drops all this cash on that, and it's like, no, And then they did, what was it, 12 months ago at CitizenCon, when they flew in with the Aquila, when they were doing the planets reveal.
Yeah.
When I saw that, it was like, I like me a bit of that, and I get I get a rover as well. I'll be having that. So I melted my Redeemer down to upgrade. Oh,
See, you call yourself a popper, but I'm not on the 3.0 PTU, and all I have is my Aurora.
but that's all you need. That's
all you need.
I know. I still love the fact that that is eventually all I'm going to need, but it does... I mean, I want there to be a night where we're all in Star Citizen, like 5 or 6 of us all streaming it together in the same game, in the same instance.
Yep. That's what we want.
But I feel like it's going to be a hell of a long way off. Or it's going to be at 3 FIPS.
So
That's...
this is like, wait a minute, is this now becoming the shout out of who's got what ship? So like with Brett going, so like, you know, so like, yeah, no, maybe, actually, yes.
Yes.
So how much dough did you drop on this piece of software? That's
Well, I was going to say I was not going to start going down the route where some people throw insult saying, yeah, look, this is a tech demo, look at it. No, I'm not doing it. Because I know it for what it is. I appreciate it for what it is. It's still being evolved, you know. But it's just a case of, you know, I am actually intrigued on how could we do this without actually giving stuff away. I'm not meaning giving away to chat, but how much of you has anyone actually dropped on the game so far? Without putting an exact figure on it, just say a ballpark.
well, I got the Caterpillar at the discount when it still was in the it was the second wave where you could buy it. So I melted my Cutlass back then and my Info Runner also from Drake. I really like the Drake ships, and I've been subbed for 2 years, so that's the amount of cash monies I spend on it.
So basically, Caterpillar. I know I'm around. I think personally, I'm about the £500 mark with what I've done with getting effectively my Aquila, my Avenger, and all my little land stuff. Like I've got the Nox, I've got the Cyclone, and I've got the Dragonfly. So I've got all the little sixes.
Are you a sub? No, you're not a sub. So
I'm not a sub. No, not at all. Because that's like where I've drawn for me personally, and this is, you know, true for anybody who's looking to get into the game. You know, that for me is my limit. So it's like I've bought these, so I've put that amount of cash into it, and that's it. Now, if I was doing then subbing each month, then that's like a case of
it's like just a bit more, just a bit more.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah, guys, look at chat. We have a new hero, Brett Maker, who has that he spent over €2,000.
Yeah,
I was looking at that and really hoping it was a typo, and then I remembered
thought
the game
it was
we
a
were
year
talking
or
about.
something that the solar system took place in, but no.
No,
And-
no, that's a lot of euros.
yeah. And the thing is, I just see the smile in the bottom corner when someone's read that in chat. He's like,
Yeah, somebody else knows that pain.
yeah.
I'm not saying
Oh, I
nothing.
can say
I'm
I'm
not saying anything.
Probably about the 100 mark, because I bought the pack that was the Aurora plus Squadron 42, and I was subbed for a few months, but I let the sub. I cancelled the sub when I wasn't playing it much.
Yeah. I get that. I just keep supporting it because, well, I really like how they are, like, transparent in their development, saying whatever they're doing, showing all these dev posts, all these things that they're actually working on, and also saying things that they are currently not working on, but maybe in the future they still want to do.
Oh crap! That topic goes on the next show.
Yeah. So actually, no, thinking of that with transparency and such like, are you coming over for a beer in April? Are you joining us in Manchester? Are you going to fly into Manchester?
Fly. Maybe I will scuba dive. But
No, fly into Manchester.
So what's happening in Manchester?
You want to go on this one, Xocliw? You want to announce it? Well, it's not really announcing, it's just publicising it.
Oh, it's BritizenCon, so it's a fan. It's a fan Star Citizen event, but it's actually pretty. But it's actually pretty big because it's got. Well, I think this year will be a couple hundred people, but they have devs go there as well, and they could do panels and stuff. So, but it's quite cool. Like, I had a really good time last year. I met a lot of cool streamers and from the community and stuff. So it was good fun, and I'll be going this year. So.
All right.
Yeah.
No, that sounds good. We'll see.
Yeah. And as I say,
I never said no, but if it is to that time and well, people thinking like I plane tickets, time.
Ian surprised me when he I didn't know Ian was going last year. Did you? I think he came up to me and was like, "All right, mate." Or no, did you tell me, or did you actually say you sent me a message? But I remember it was quite vague. I don't know.
Yeah. I've just basically been the stealthy ninja that I am. The fat ninja that I am. Basically, yeah, I just turned up. It's like evening. It was like, whoa, hello. It's like, yeah.
I actually remember the conversations a couple of days before that with you, and you going, should I message him? Should I message him and tell him I'm going to be there? Should I?
No.
So just going to turn up. Just going to turn up and say, all right, and then watch the face.
So they've got So in terms of people, they've actually got Brian Chambers going, who's the development director for Foundry 42, and he did the presentation at CitizenCon. So he'll be going and doing a panel, and also Erin Roberts is also going. So
yeah,
is Erin down for it this time?
The con I've been to was the
first
Gamescom that Star Citizen held. So that was still in their own hall. I went to Cologne just for that, and that was a good experience, but a short one. But now that they are more mixed in the Gamescoms, I think, and well, all these indeed side events that they also are generating. I guess they're not organizing it.
Cool. I was going to say, I just heard a scream in the background. Have you got a pipe next door? Blinky.
What? Yeah, I don't know.
Is it your neighbours again?
It's artifact.
Sounds like Blinky's got people in his basement.
Oh, that's true.
You actually do have people in your basement.
Well, I have a basement.
Okay.
I'm not saying that there are people in there, because then I will be on record, so I'm not saying that.
See, say nothing so you don't have to deny anything.
Yeah, exactly.
The way forward. So basically, BritainCon coming this April, to bring it back to Star Citizen again, as we do, that's coming this April, but it is actually a really good session, a really good do, to get a lot of solid information and with what's going on, and just generally mingling with everyone else from the community. I gotta admit, I did actually meet with quite a few people, and to be honest with you, the guy who made the actual what was it? The booth. The booth.
Yeah, he was the same guy who made the thing at the CitizenCon event as well, which was even more impressive. He made that Saber Raven.
Yeah, that was just immense. It was photorealistic. You just walked up to it and went, "That actually real?" Touch it. Oh my god, it is.
Is there music playing right now, Ian?
Would you believe it if I actually said no? There isn't.
Oh, okay.
You have my music.
There usually is. No, it's the one thing that I've actually forgotten to do. How goddamn rude of me.
People will fill it in their minds. Probably the Imperial March is still running.
Yeah, it's like
I feel like people talking about swatting. I feel like swatting only happens in the US, like in what people do, because like I can't imagine. But right where I live right now, I can't imagine this someone finding where I live and the flat and everything else, and how I just see it as like. I don't know. It's a weird conversation. Let's not go there, actually.
Yeah, I was there. I didn't go there. I didn't know.
Yeah.
No, here it would be like two officers knocking on your door, like, "Sir, we had some concerning phone calls. can we check your basement for, you know? I'm like, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And then they never returned to the station.
would you mind just like giving us a statement? Oh, as if I hadn't had that statement, those words said to me in this last 2 weeks.
It was a wild party, okay?
Yeah. No. Well, no, mine was just parking up next to a van with a dead body in it. But hey, let's not even go into that one. That was a legit thing. But hey,
The body wasn't mine. The van was. Body.
the van was yours. Go figure. So
sidetracking again? No.
We are sidetracking.
Us sidetrack.
All right.
Never.
I think that concludes our Star Citizen.
I don't know how the time. Yeah, what Ian's keeping track of that.
Yeah, I am, because I was actually going to say, because moving swiftly on. Yeah, onwards and upwards. Next thing is actually Star Wars Last Jedi.
All right.
Now then. It's at this point it's going to be a case of, A, who's already bought their tickets to go and watch it. I know somebody's only bought their tickets within the last half hour. And he's already going. Not naming any names, one general reader. He's got his. I'm only going to be buying mine when I actually know where I'm going to be in the country to watch it. I don't know yet. So basically, who's already got their tickets? Just let's get some, 07 and such like in chat. Who's already got their
tickets? And
Roto, yes, I have seen Roto 1 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Gonna watch it once your course is finished. Right, Wormy, when's your course finished? Is it before the 23rd of December? Because the next episode of the Xebon Files is going to be a Star Wars extravagance.
Well, what about spoilers?
There could be spoilers. There could
spoilers in like big banners across our faces.
Yeah, in fact, if we're going to be a case of, if we're going to do that whole sort of, there's a sports report thing, like, if you don't want to know the scores, turn away now. It'd be a case of, if you don't want to know anything about Star Wars The Last Jedi, watch another stream. That could be on the 23rd.
Oh, okay.
That could potentially, on the pure basis of the people who are going to appear on the next show are already confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, and one of them being Captain Jack.
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay, that's cool.
The Star Wars nut here.
Yeah.
He's that's the right man for the job there.
So it's so Captain Jack is going to be on the next one. So Darth One course finishes on the 22nd. Spoke for me or feel my wrath. Right, Darth Wormy. It's going to be the Xebon Files is on the 23rd. You can then join in the conversation like everybody else, and go, "Oh my God, it was great," and then go, but I want a Pog.
So what the thing I asked? When was it? I asked. Oh, it was actually the other day when I did a stream late in the week. I was asking and what format, if you're going to see it, are you seeing it in? Are you seeing it in 3D, 2D?
Ooh, yeah.
I preferably will go in 2D.
So I'll repeat the story I said on my stream of the week, and it was I wanted to see it in IMAX because I watched IMAX for Force Awakens. And it was the first time I watched IMAX. It was awesome. So my theatre that I was checking, I looked it up, and there was some seats, but right at the front, at the very edge, corners, all around the outsides. There was nothing actually
in good place,
in a good view. But the thing is, because here you can actually watch it on the 13th, on the Wednesday, Wednesday 9 p.m, which is awesome. So I was looking for somewhere in Prague which I could see it on that day, and the only place that I could find that had a good seat in the middle and on that Wednesday was a place that, and I'm going to be watching it in 4DX, and some of you guys might know 4DX.
Yeah.
And 40.
They are in Amsterdam, I think we have in Holland. I've seen the promotions for it, but I don't think it's anywhere near my my living quarters.
But if you don't know what it is, basically you have like the whole seat moves depending on the film. There's like air is blown into your behind you when there's like wind. There's like lasers. There's like smoke. In some places there's smells as well, and also in this place I know like there's stuff where it actually like in the back of the seat there's like these little prongs, and if someone like pushes past in the film or like I don't know something happens like there's something in the seat will like prod you in the back.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to be really I wouldn't have wanted to see it, but I was like it's probably going to be really full on, really distracting. It's basically a theme park, and the whole seat is like articulate. It's all like on like a wobbly platform, so when you're flying through asteroids or something it's going to be like shaking like hell, and it's in 3D at the same time, so you got your 3D goggles on, and that can be enough, that can be sickening enough. But then it's got all these like crazy effects going on in real life, so I'll almost certainly watch it again in 2D, maybe just in standard 3D, like my parents like or something, or my family when I get back. So
a lot of VR stuff and that kind of things. Like sometimes you just want to sit down, eat your popcorn, drink a drink, you know, have a good time, instead of feeling everything extremely extreme.
For motion sickness.
Yeah. So probably the preferable I'm going is the Dolby Atmos, like the good surround sound, and just a nice big flat 2D screen. I'll see it in 3D sometimes.
I was going to say that description of that seat, all I can actually think of now, and this will only be to a certain age of the audience, I do apologise, but anybody who have played the original Sega Virtual Racing, of which had the hydraulic rams in the seat, so that when you went into a corner, it basically jabbed you and almost broke your ribs when you turned the corner, just to give that virtual feeling. That's all I can think of. It's like Buzz, like yes, someone's going to brush past me. There's a gunner rib. Yeah,
that's what it's going to be. I really hope it's not annoying, especially when it's like quiet and trying to get like. I mean, if it's action, like wow, it can be kind of overwhelmed. But if it's like, if it's constant, I feel like it's going to really trigger me. We'll see though.
But just catching with chat there, Wormy hoping that's alright. Revealed the New Republic fleet. Now that could be a bit of a thing. It's like
pretty sweet.
And and here is, and talking spoilers, here's Blinky showing off all his Star Wars bling in the top corner. He's like,
and then dropping it on the floor.
I'm of course an avid player of X-Wing, the miniature game, and these just came out like Thursday. So this is part of the Resistance fleet. Who knows what it does? Well, it's a bomber, okay? And we know this one from the trailer. We assume Mr. Kylo Ren is in it. It is a huge TIE fighter. It's like 3 times the size or something as a normal interceptor. It's crazy.
Yeah, see, the thing is, right, to carry on going down the TIE fighter path, and I'm keeping within Star Wars, but I'm still going on a tangent. How come within the normal canon of movies that you never got to saw all the different classes of TIE fighter from TIE Fighter? Because they were some cool ships.
Well, they are trying to like fix that now. Like we're seeing things from the expanded universe coming slowly into the canon, like in the TIE Defender, which is now in Rebels, I believe. It's just budget. Like we saw a lot of like the early era stuff, and we've seen a lot of like the old films were of course still all miniatures, models that had to be made, kit bashed, things like that, and they just reused. Like for example, the bomber was just Darth Vader's fighter, but reused, and they just added another cockpit. That's how they did it. So that's why all this lore and comics and whatnot have all these crazy designs, and the films just have 3 or 4.
Oh, music down a little bit apparently.
Yeah, I've just spotted that. Right.
What's playing? I can't hear it because obviously I can't hear the music.
Yeah, no, funny enough, neither can I actually. Actually, judging it not by ear.
Oh, okay.
So,
Darth Vader wants to study the bomber. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Here you go.
So yeah, if you
It has
if you
B-12 bomber, like from the World War II, like rear-facing turrets. It has some big cannons up front.
Let's have a look. New...
Well, I made it in Space Engineer, so if you want to check out the New Republic fleet, based on...
I just love how quick he's on it. It's amazing.
yeah. Right, wait a minute, Blinky. Just before you do anything, yeah, just put the bomber back up and show it full face to the camera, because you are going to get your close up, Mr. DeMille. Because what we'll do is we'll just transition. Yeah. Okay. That's scary. Okay. There we go.
Silence. Wait, what's happening? Wait, what?
Yeah, it's alright because the audio side of it wasn't. So I just threw together a scene just to give him audio, just full screen close up. It's alright. I've sorted it.
Work out. I think it's probably because of the fact because it seems very like I need to I'm only now just seeing Blinky's full screen. Let me refresh. Maybe it's. Let's see.
Lovely Twitch lag.
Yeah, it's, okay, so you didn't hear me. Hear me because Ian messed up.
Yeah, because I messed up. Because I threw.
He
Wasn't
changed
you?
the scene and forgot the sound.
I forgot to add the sound to it. Yeah. Hands up. My bad. My bad.
So yeah,
Everybody's favorite genius.
My hype is good. My hype is good. I've got my things. I'm loving it. Star Wars.
Lots of toys.
Strong. And we'll see how the movie pans out. I've only heard good things now from like pre-production and like any things.
So I'm just laughing at Sectan. Good pantomime of 8080. Maybe that could be a new stream category. Maybe like Blinky could just go into this like not mine, but he could like just on the screen just playing of toys. I wonder how many people would turn up for that. Like just like
you have your AT-AT and then you move the deck forward and then it comes off.
I can get when I'm back in the UK, I could do like I haven't got so many toys left, but I could do like a Playmobil stream. I've got like a ton of Playmobil because that's what I used to like.
Wow,
it was Playmobil. I remember getting for my Christmas or birthday, getting a boat that you would actually put inside the bath and it would move around and stuff. And then later it was like Lego and Star Wars Lego, but yeah, Playmobil was legit.
Rotal, Walker cruelty for pulling his leg off.
Oh god. Okay, I just want to show more.
Okay, there we go. So this is now show and tell with PurrfectBlinky.
These are all X-Wing miniatures, aren't they? From the X-Wing game?
I think so.
Or are a lot of them X-Wing miniatures?
Oh, I used to have loads of those, and I remember there was I don't know which miniatures I had. There was so many different variants, but there was one miniatures which was like a board game, and but some of the models were worth like 20, 30, 40 euros for like one model. Like you bought them in a pack, and it was like random.
Yes,
what you got?
Star Wars miniatures. Yeah.
Star Wars miniatures. I remember I had a load of those. I remember at one point I was collecting them, and I was dealing them on eBay. I was buying them and like trading them and stuff. But it was nuts how much some of those things sold for. That's awesome, Blinky. I'm only just seeing the ATs now.
My parents didn't have money for that, so.
So wait a minute. So that's now then official. Xocliw the dealer. Oh wait a minute, Blinky, give me. Right, there you go. There's a snow speeder. I'm cutting backwards and forwards to you for the close-ups. You know.
Snowspeeder. And these are for not the extra miniatures games. These are 1 to 48 scale.
Okay.
So these are like Warhammer and Lord of the Rings Warhammer and that kind of things. The larger scale, the figure scale. And Star Wars is coming out with Star Wars Legion coming February, I think. And that will be their full-on war game, for which these are actually Japanese models. Because Bandai still has the rights in Japan to make Star Wars toys, which is not Disney, which I didn't know. So that's why we have these models that cannot be made in Japan through Disney because they don't have the rights. But these models are really detailed, and like there are even figures inside them. Like it's crazy. Like the full interiors models. And now you know. Now you know how I can make these things so realistic as Space Engineers, because I get them.
It's alright. We're just also having a quick giggle with what Sectan is saying, that you must do the sound effects with the close-ups. With your, it's not like do your own Snowspeeder sound effect while flying it past the screen.
I don't know. I don't know how Snowspeeder sounds. Zip zip and ploosh, because like this guy's gonna go stand on it and stuff.
Oh wait a minute. So that, in fact, what we could really do with is actually redub Star Wars with Blinky sound effects.
Oh no!
That would be awesome.
That'd be great. So it's like, oh my god, the Death Star's gonna go up.
Okay. Blinky sound effects, TM.
Maybe I'm kind of getting.
Sound studio and stuff. It's great.
Do I have some toys here? Maybe I have some toys. If we're all getting our toys out, if we're whipping out our toys. Hold on.
Yeah, go for it.
Whip it down.
Wait, let me see what I got.
Shit, man. Right. Shit. Right, wait a minute. So, wait a minute. Let's go for the close-up of BB-8, Blinky. Let's go for it. Give me a second, and there's your spotlight. There you go. BB-8 close-up.
Why has BB-8 got the spotlight? He's just here as my friend.
No, you've got general spotlight as well. It just goes you go full screen.
All the time. Okay.
Right, it's okay, because what I've now got to do is do that.
Wait, Blinky, is that the RC one? The Sphero one?
No, it's not the Sphero one.
I've got the Sphero one! I could do that on stream actually. Oh, wait! Maybe we can do this.
Maybe we can do this. We're just boys with toys, aren't we? Yes.
Yeah, it's basically, this is what the beauty of this show is. That we can just do crap like this. Right, wait a minute. Yep. And now, transition. There you go, close up for...
I got a sealed Poe Dameron toy here. I don't know when I got this. But I got the...
nice.
Yeah, let's see. I got that. I got... Also got... It's quite small. Got Poe Dameron's X-Wing. Looking like a beast. I love that one.
Oh, you got a Funko.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what... I mean, it's... And what else I got? I got... Yeah, okay. Got one of these as well. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm seeing it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, honestly, the Poe Dameron's X-Wing looks awesome.
172 skill, right?
Right. Sorry, just 1 second. And just so you see this...
And I got a big Lego...
Yeah, there's...
Bobber.
So there's Blinky in his VR, just, watching it all.
I
there you
got
go.
my virtual desktop on, now I can see it.
That's all my Star Wars toys I've got to hand here.
Nice.
I don't have any Star Wars toys, which is quite disappointing.
Yeah. Alright, I once had a Falcon and an AT-AT, but that was a lot ago. In a house far, far away.
No, I have a Lego Snowspeeder, but I'm a puppy and never could build it.
Well,
I have tiny paws.
Aww, just tiny paws, nothing to do.
Tiny little paws.
All I could do is lick the outside of the box.
I don't think they appreciate that, Ian, but sure.
But lick the box. Sectan, you have many versions of lightsabers.
Ah, now I'm jelly, because I have none. I only have the 3D models. something called an ATST and ATST. Oh,
no, but-
80. I triggered you by reading out your words. I'm sorry, Rotel.
See here.
That's how it works.
Well, yeah, but all the rest of them you would pronounce it. But when there was only the AT-AT, when that was the only one when Empire was released, it was everyone just called it an AT-AT. That's all it was at the time. It's only then.
That's what I knew.
Yeah, it's only when they started bringing in the other models when Jedi came out that they started breaking it down into their letters.
Yeah, and the
Phonetic
Rogue
thing.
Squadron
Yeah.
with the
No,
ATPTs indeed. Protect the ATPTs!
What, the ATPT? Rothel. The ATPT.
No, it's not an ashtray.
Astra. Can I have an ATPT, please?
Sure, but no.
Sure, but no. Aww.
Know your language, man.
No, it's Mr. Wayne.
Nick Rumpopro.
What have I missed? I've come back to weird impressions.
Well, no. Well, we've triggered Rotel.
Oh, really?
When do we cops trigger?
ATPT.
Yeah, just basically because I called an AT-AT an AT-AT as opposed to an AT-AT.
Yeah, I never say AT-AT. Either I say AT-AT.
Yeah, but when the AT-AT was originally released, that's all there was. So it was actually marketed as an AT-AT.
I know, but was it actually like? I would love to know what George Lucas. What does he say? How does he say it?
He says
He must-
Imperial Walker.
There must be somewhere, or someone of official placing actually saying it in an official way. Because you made me question it now, Ian.
No,
but I'm pretty sure it's AT-AT.
In Rogue Squadron, they say ATPT and AT-AT. So
Okay. All right. So Ian is okay. Gotcha. I do not have.
Yeah.
So Ian is just messing with us about Star Wars things, and we can't handle it because we are dedicated fans. We need everything to be perfect.
I'm old enough that I'm gonna back up Ian on this one. When I first saw Star Wars, everybody that I knew when we talked about Star Wars called it an AT-AT.
Don't get me wrong. I was young when Star Wars, when my mother showed me Star Wars. I was like 8, and stormtroopers were not stormtroopers. They were white men, in my language.
Yeah.
The Witte
Okay.
Mannen.
Yeah. However, I'm just thinking of that with Rothel saying, George.
Wait.
In my language, the AT-ATs were like the walking cannoneers, something of the sort.
Really?
Yep.
The translations of Star Wars, interesting. But with what Rothel was saying, it's like good thing George is not saying the matter anymore.
Yeah,
what
so-
George Lucas's take on it would have been, it's me, George Lucas.
Who?
in a pure Jar Jar sort of way.
Wait a minute. Was anyone?
I saw-
Oh, sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
After I saw Rogue One, I was really surprised. I think that the translation of Jedi Knight was always wrong.
You think?
Yeah, because it's like Knight of the Temple in Jeddah City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. But it's in every language. It was simply called Jedi.
What? What are you talking about?
Jedi.
Jeddah is
The
a place.
Jedi Knight.
Yeah,
Jedi is a
Yeah,
place.
but
And they
what
are
he's
named
saying
after
is
the
that
place.
the literal translation of Jedi was, or what?
It was literal, so it's just letter by letter. So it's like, it's just
Yeah.
Jedi.
It's a title. So
Okay.
It's title.
yeah, Jedi is a title you get when you're a Force user that is part of the council.
Isn't the Knight the title? Knight of
No,
Knight
that
of
is
the
your rank.
Jedi stuffy. Rank.
So you have Jedi Master, but their title is
Jedi.
Wait,
Like
were any of it?
Jedi
Like
is
Templar.
somebody who belongs
Templar
to
is,
Jedi.
well, you can say it in different languages, but it will always boil down to a word that means Templar and not Templar. Yeah, I don't know. Crossman.
I'm kind
How
of
interesting.
interested how many people in the chat were alive when the first Star Wars came out. Anyone in the chat
My
like?
mother, okay? Gee.
I know that, but wait, no, wait. Any of you guys here? 1977.
No.
Like,
It's
imagine.
quite. I'll make you.
I'm not that old.
Imagine figuring out Darth Vader is Luke's father for the first time before the internet. That was. I've seen the skit where they had the script was even
Squirrel.
Sorry. What was it? The script said Obi-Wan killed your father, but so that got leaked. So the whole world thought, oh, Obi-Wan is the bad guy, but actually, what happened was that in the scene that was said by Darth Vader, and only in dubbing when James Earl Jones said the line, it was "No, I am your father." So that was. I would have loved to be there, like finding out, like seeing the reaction of the crowd.
I'll tell you one thing, I would have so loved to have watched Empire, yeah, before James Earl Jones did the overdub. So basically, you had David Prowse doing all the lines. So Irish, it would be... well, it's West Country. It is full on West Country. It's like, so Luke, I am your father. It's like, yeah, it's so different. You know,
it's minus 30. Damn, that's old.
What did you say? 70?
77.
Yeah.
77.
It's a nice date.
Minus 6.
Ah. Age reveals coming up.
Yeah, I was gonna say
indeed.
this is.
Well, to be fair, mine is in my name, for God's sake.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's true. I'm looking at your name right now. Smiter.
Revelations.
Oh yeah, damn.
Yep.
It's like, oh my God, there's a name there with a number.
There's numbers.
Can we take the last 5 minutes of this style section to think about the meaning again of The Last Jedi? Because I know there's been tons of YouTube videos, and when it first came out, the name of it, everyone was like, oh, what's it going to mean? So I feel like I've completely forgotten all the discussions up to this point, but what do you guys and the chat think The Last Jedi actually means? Like, what is... If you know what I mean, what does it mean? Is it talking about Luke being the last Jedi, or is it talking about the fact that, yeah, go on. I'm sure Blinky has a good answer.
I think because, well, I said so. Like, Jedi is a title that you get when joining the Order. You can get different ranks in that, and I'm believing that Luke is the last one trained in the ways of the Jedi by Mr. the Talking Frog.
Mr. Frank Oz himself.
Yeah, Frank Oz, indeed, trained Luke. And I'm thinking that he is training Rey, but not in the Jedi ways, but in, well, I guess the Luke ways, for example. So I'm thinking that it is indeed referring just to Luke, and that he is the last Jedi of the old school, and now the next generation of Force users will not be Jedi anymore, but they will be.
Okay, just to kind of expand on that, does that mean that potentially Rey's going to be the first Grey Jedi?
Well, no, not the first. Ahsoka was.
Yes.
And Bandu.
Yeah.
Kanan Jarrus.
Oh no, but that's in the cartoon, so therefore it is canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright.
See, my thing with it is the whole, you know, Vader, inverted commas, was supposed to be the one that brought balance. He was supposed to be the one that evened everything out,
but he did, didn't he, in the end?
Flattened everything off.
Yeah, I'm not...
He kind of did.
That was the point.
But
he did.
We've still got a light side, and you've still got a light side and a dark side.
Okay.
You've still got the conflict going on.
Yeah, so maybe indeed this Last Jedi will...
So maybe the Last Jedi is the one who will,
and
at least for a time, completely end the conflict.
Or merge the two. Maybe Rey will become Sith and Jedi combined.
That's kind of where my brain was going with it, because there's all the speculation about, they've probably just edited the trailer that we watched.
They did, for sure.
Yeah.
I watched this guy, and for sure that bit was like, I need someone to show me the way, and then it was like Kylo Ren. That was definitely completely unrelated images. They were not the same scene. It was just cut in a dramatic way.
actually.
Yeah.
So,
but I wonder if it was hinting towards, I'm spitballing, but my brain went, maybe it's supposed to be a hint, rather than, it has been cut together. It's not supposed to be the same scene, but it hints towards an idea.
yeah.
If you're going to bring the two strongest Force users from each side together, that would be Cryo Ren and Ray.
Actually,
What do you reckon, Cole? Yeah.
I was wondering, how does the balance in the Force look like? Because there were those tiny little commercials, like in between episode 3 and episode 2, when those movies were new, tiny little commercials where C3PO was explaining the plot of the movie, and about episode 6 he said that Luke restored the balance in the Force. Basically, it's like something really, really tiny, and it's an advert, but it's also an advert that also narrates the plot. And childhood's ruined, I guess. Fans
Pretty
triggered.
much. Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
And
But
they live
seriously,
happy
how
ever
does-
after because Rey is a Disney princess. There we
I
go.
wonder, so are the Sith bringing this balance to the Force?
Who knows? We can only speculate.
I just
Until it
hope-
comes out in 2 days. So
I know. Oh, wow. Wait, not 2 days. Wait.
4 days for you guys.
depends on who you know.
I'm just really hoping that this series, that Ryan Johnson's going to be doing the spin, or like some kind of spin-off series,
The next
trilogy,
Yeah.
will be Old Republic. Do some of that, like some of the stuff from the timeline
in the vein of Old Republic. So you can grab a new time and go there with Star Wars, or indeed.
Oh, no,
part of the
no,
universe.
if we're going into full-on Darth Revan mode,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But that
Oh,
story
hell.
has been told, so
It
I
is
don't
true,
think
that is true.
It will not be coming back. No.
Oh wait, Rail says
sure of
spin-off.
that.
Apparently it was confirmed. It wasn't Knights of the Old Republic. Was that confirmed somewhere? Was it Rotal? Or was this an image here, Rotal?
Oh,
No, this is just Cryo Ren.
all right.
That was Rotal explaining Cryo Ren.
Right, okay.
Yes, no, I remember now. It's going to another part of the galaxy, and actually, I think the idea was that it was going to be set somewhere like in the Outer Rim, because there's lots of mystery. It's not much is known about that area of space, so they can basically make up whatever they want, effectively,
I
and they can
think
have all kinds of.
They saw him directing this movie and thought, if we give him some more creative freedom, then he can make a completely different Star Wars experience while still being like centered around that Force and the conflict probably in the galaxy.
Yeah.
And we don't need the fan service because having Star Wars in the name is enough. We don't want those two guys from Rogue One that were in the bar and got their hand cut off beyond Jeddah.
Actually,
fan service.
Yeah.
I don't need that. I want more. I want galaxy building. I want, proper storytelling. Like, it is completely unrelated, but still in the vein of your epic space opera nonsense.
I think the thing is, some people were disappointed. Like a lot, not some, a lot. Like there were people who were disappointed, really, that that Disney got the rights and they started making new films. Some people said leave Star Wars dead. But from my opinion, even if some films aren't as good as the classics, they're probably better than the prequels. But anyway, the point, even though I like the prequels, so don't tell anyone. But I quite like tackling. Anyway, the point is, I'm personally just happy to have Star Wars in visual format again. That's all I think, really. Even though they might not be the best, I'd rather have some Star Wars than no Star Wars. Whereas I think some people actually want Star Wars to be they don't want it to be touched, really, or they didn't when this was announced. But I'm just happy that whatever they do, even this spin-off series, it'll be set in the Star Wars universe. There'll be Force, there'll be probably lightsabers, maybe not, but probably.
Yeah, just
and it'll be
more
cool.
stories indeed in a interesting like fantasy setting that is, well, has set up such a great universe to just indulge yourself in, write your own stories, do role play and play, I don't know, do all the things. And indeed, if that is continued in any way, shape or form, then I'm in for it as well.
Like, so people say, I don't know, about the, so I mean, I recognise watching back, when I first watched the prequels, like, I don't think, I was relatively young, you know, so I think I quite enjoyed them, because as George Lucas was, exactly, I think me and Blinky are similar ages, so I think George Lucas said, like, they're movies for kids, so I think, like, that's one of the things he said, like, why people were saying too harshly. But then looking back on it, I can see why people didn't like it. Like like watching it now, like there is some proper writing mistakes and CGI stuff. I like looking back is like more mature. I can see why people at the time didn't like it compared to the original trilogy. But at the time I did enjoy it. I have to admit, like I loved like Kamino and the clone. The was it what they're called Mark 1 clones? Is it or whatever? Yeah, I loved them Mark.
Clone troopers.
But they're the original clone troopers. Love those
the
that
big
style.
Difference between like the original 3 and the later
not Jar Jar.
Was that
not that far? I didn't go that far.
You know, Star Wars became a huge success after people saying to George, like, "What the fuck is this shit? We don't need it. Get it away from me." Like his friend Steven Spielberg said, "What?" when he showed the rough cut. But what George Lucas did was have these great people around him, great editors, great sound effect guys, John Williams, that he just pulled towards him and made a passion project that was so well edited in the end that the editing saved the film, and that was how the original Star Wars became so big, so important for culture. And what he then thought, like in his mind, stop it with Jar Jar.
I know, I just can't help but read that. He's a big Jar Jar fan. Big
What he did later was, well, he still had the people around him, but he thought, well, in his mind was like, I made all these decisions, right? So my word is final. So I'll just make the film like I imagine it and go there. And that's how the prequels became his vision and his vision alone, instead of this creation of all these people together. That's why the scenes are good. Like, he knows how to direct a shot, he knows how to set up a scene, but he doesn't know how to really tell the story visually, interestingly, like following up. That's
it's
why
funny
he
you say
needed those editors, which was back in the day. It was his wife still. And
yes, this is
Yes,
I'm glad you bring that up, because I saw some like thing on YouTube recently. It's like some documentary that was emphasizing just how big a part George Lucas's first wife had on the films.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a certain warmth, all this kind of stuff that she brought to it, and there's not very much history to be found about her, because I saw basically like when they divorced, like Lucasfilm, they like cut her out of like everything. So like her part in it is quite hard to find, but apparently it was like she had a huge role in the original trilogy, and it was one of the reasons why the prequels weren't so good. So.
And that is why we see in the re-releases that George added scenes that she originally cut out, because they weren't helping the story, and they already fixed it in different scenes, like the Greedo scene and the Jabba scene that were in the first movie. The first movie you don't see Jabba in the original cut.
No,
but in the later extended edition, you see Jabba and the Falcon, and he's just repeating what Greedo said.
Yeah, and also the fact that Jabba in that scene was not a slug; he was an actual person.
Yeah,
as in that was Jabba was not originally the slug that he was.
Oh, he had what to do with him.
No, so it was just a gangster. It was just a person. So that whole bit with him sort of like standing on Jabba's tail.
Oh, I saw that. They like moved him over it.
It was literally CGI cut and paste, and so like up over.
But I didn't notice it like so much until I watched this video. I mean, it was a shame. Like, it'd be great if you can get it up, but like, literally, when you look at it, you see Han Solo is like cut out, and he kind of like moves over, like as if someone's got a mouse and like dragged him over Jabba. Like, it's so obvious.
That's how it worked. So, because he just walked back to the
Oh
person.
yes, I remember that. They used the person to pretty much be a placeholder for Jabba.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
Was it a placeholder? I thought that.
it wasn't a placeholder, CoilGun. It was that at that point, Jabba wasn't a slug.
No,
So it was just a gangster. There was no, there was no that he was an alien or anything like this. He was just a gangster. So basically, it was Han walking around him, and it's only when they turn around and then put that scene back in, and that it'd been done later as the slug that he is, that they had to actually then try and make it fit so that he actually stood on his tail because of how Harrison Ford was walking around the back of him in that scene.
Yeah. And that was why. No, in the end, the originals were so much better than the prequels because it was a multitude of editors working on that.
Hello, Django.
Hey, Django.
Hello, Django.
Oh, cat stream confirmed again. Knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Knew it.
That's it. Right, okay. And so here we go, people. For everybody that just needs their absolute Django fix, what we'll do is, just to get your Django fix, here we go. There you go. Close up Django. Just for all you people.
Honestly, his breath smells really weird.
Just fishy?
Yeah, fishy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
normal for
well,
cats.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay, just, it's just their
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Got my eyes closed now. That's it. Don't stop. Human, don't stop. Right, anyway.
Sorry, you can take it back now. He just wanted he wanted his moment on the stream. He's a little attention seeker, this boy.
He's got it. So, I'm thinking that is a good point that we'll call the half point of the show. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll take our usual little break in the middle and we'll be back and we'll have our little rant about Twitch achievements and a certain little game that's coming up on Tuesday and maybe anything else that comes up. So, on that basis... yes, Django.
That's the break time.
That's break
Django,
time.
What do you say to the stream, Django? Do you have a message for the stream? You got a message? No, it's alright.
No. Right, okay. We'll go to the break. See you in a few moments. And welcome back, everyone. If you're wondering where Blinky's gone, don't answer the door. Hence why he's on a no-cam mode as it is at the present moment. So, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the trailers. And the follow. Ocelot Teddy. Thank you very much, man. So, next up on the agenda is achievements. What do they mean? What do they mean to you? Do they mean anything to you? Did it mean anything to you as a streamer? Who knows? So, it's one of them.
So guys, if somebody is a streamer and is in chat, no problems to pretty much share opinions.
So,
apparently,
what's happening?
It's okay.
And we're back.
It is back. It's all right but Blinky's feed isn't coming through on stream.
Apparently,
okay.
Mine decided to join me. So now it's Blinky and friends.
Blinky and friends.
Right, so we transitions there. So yes, so my God. So basically, the chat show has got a lot bigger. So welcome to Blinky and Friends in the top corner. Like how many people can actually get crowded around one webcam? This is what we will find.
Who will know? Let's
well,
find out.
Face for each
Us
pixel.
celebrities.
I guess we'll find out,
Yeah. So, and hello, Blinky's Kitchen. Anyway, hope you've washed up this time.
Yeah, I did. All is good.
Yay.
It's all good.
I'm actually.
So,
No, I'm outside. This is real space. Yeah, I have friends. 3 on.
yeah,
Thanks.
You have life. You have a life. Blinky has a life. Guys, big news. Perfect Blinky has a life.
Yeah. So yeah,
Like
perfect. Perfect Blink.
Perfect Blinky PR team.
You're apparently my PR team. Yeah, I'm hosting myself, so that's...
So, yeah, Blinky, fourth wall broken. It's just like, yeah.
What happened? What happened? Sorry, I just had a right nightmare.
Oh,
the
no.
cat.
It's
the cat
what-
actually. I sat down and I suddenly heard like this popping sound. I ran into the bathroom. The cat bit a hole in the bottom of the litter bag, even lower. So there's just like granules all over the floor. So, yeah.
Oh, no.
Dogs get from hell.
So,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so basically, the Joel's bathroom has now become a massive litter tray, and
Yeah.
Blinky's got his own PR team that's joined him as well. So there
Well,
might
I got Oreos, so I'm all right.
you got Oreos. Oreos are good, right?
Letterbox has been officially killed by Lord Django.
So like, Rolton's giggling like it is. There is much humour. So, anyways, as we were saying, God damn it, Blinky.
We're talking about achievements, right?
It is Twitch achievements.
Yes.
This is
Twitch achievements.
This is where we're aiming. My God, it's like an absolute riot up there.
Blinky. Yeah, Blinky knows where the mute button is, right?
I don't know. I might have to mute him.
Can you guys hear the cat right now, though? I've locked the cat out because he was causing trouble. So
No, it's alright. We can.
We hear Blinky, but no cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he did that to spite me because he was annoyed that I had locked him out. What the hell's happening? Is that Blinky's dad?
My house. Alright, let's continue with the corner of torture.
Oh,
What's
now the
your
fourth
problem
wall
there?
is completely broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest
Right.
in pieces for wall.
Right.
Fourth wall.
So now we've got sort of like Real House Blinky. Wait a minute. Have you moved your PC across a bit? Blinky?
Yeah, because
No,
now
you
when
haven't.
I've moved my camera.
Oh, across. Right. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. It's okay. It's just that it did not look the same as last time. That was all.
Maybe the green screen. You know, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. it's
Hello,
all-
hello, Papa Blinky.
No, that's not my dad.
Your dad looks incredibly good for his age.
Yep.
Is that Blinky's? Is that
These
that
are
Blinky's
my
mum?
fellow Martians, as we are the sword fighting club Mars, and I know them from there. And we play also a lot of D&D and video games and the good stuff.
That's why I'm laughing at the chat. We're laughing at your situation though. Because it was quite so small, I couldn't really see who it was. I think Blinky's getting robbed in the background. They're just like,
Oh, I know my mom. What? Nope, I'm not getting robbed, guys. It's fine. I know these people.
And I was going to say, and we were saying earlier about people getting swatted.
Oh yeah.
Case in point.
Yep.
When they got out of the basement.
People get invested.
Let's check. Yeah, probably have to push the talk.
Right. So anyway,
You're gonna send your friends your way.
so as we were saying before, everything kind of like went to sort of like pop.
Nonsense.
We were talking about Twitch achievements. What do they mean?
Trash,
Sorry, go
I
on.
don't wanna trash talk them anymore.
I
No,
have
no.
some achievements.
So it's a case of Twitch achievements. Do they mean anything to you? Do they sort of like? Is it a case of do you want to try and achieve them, or is it just something that if Twitch have thrown in to make them try and justify themselves? These are the questions. I've got my opinion on them, but go on. What's anybody else's? Before I throw my two pence with. Go on, CoilGun.
Lovely questions.
Go, Coil.
To me, those Twitch achievements, on one hand, they kinda can't mean anything to me because I already, like, with a one fell swoop, I already had them. Like clockwork. What is thy bidding? Part-time, full-time, overtime, it's happening. That kind of stuff I already have, so it's like they kinda, what's their emotional value to me anymore? I had them achieved. And everybody, how about you? You had them achieved too. Then,
yeah, I was going to say it for myself. There was that whole, you turned up, it was like Suede, and if you go down the achievement date, it's like launch date. I got achieved all of that. However, the only one thing that I did find, well, for me, is maybe not so much handy, but it's a kind of a measuring stick, I suppose. Is when you've got the achievement that says, pathway to partner or whatever it is, roadway to partner, or however, a road to partnership. It says you've got to do the 3 things, so many unique days, so many hours, so many average viewers, right?
I can actually give you the numbers. I've got my achievement screen open on the other monitor, and it's 25 hours in the last 30 days, 12 unique days streamed in the last 30 days, and 75 average viewers in the last 30 days.
So, the first 2 of those, I have achieved with my eye shut. Whoa, feedback.
Double, triple sound.
Whoa.
Quadruple sound.
Blinky, what you doing?
Right, that's better.
There we go.
Sound.
Right, so as I said,
Sorry.
I've achieved 2 of them. God damn it, guys! Just chat. It's like
Squirrel, down.
yes.
Bad squirrel. I'm sure she appreciates the compliment, but geez, boy.
Just easy. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So yeah, 2 of those achievements I've got no problem. The 3rd one, it's gonna take a while to get anywhere close.
Yes, actually, I was wondering if 3rd one can go back.
When you say go back, to a lower number.
Can you lose progress?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, you can, because I have.
Whoops! Ow, that hurts.
But again, I see it as nothing more than a sort of yardstick. The one good thing I think that's come out of these that actually made me sort of go, right, no, this is good, was everybody was always asking for, what do you need to be partner? Everybody was asking, what can you give us actual, not exact numbers. We don't need exact numbers because we know it's supposed to be done on a case-by-case basis, but yep, I knew that was going to make
No. I'm
reading
still laughing at the chat. I
Or is
can't
it
look.
more-
I'm gonna have to hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on. Just don't carry on. I'm just gonna have to ban someone. Hold on. Just carry on.
Yeah.
No worries.
I was thinking that it was known. It was 500 viewers, something of the sorts. But then there were other people who had been partnered with fewer, like 150, 200 on average.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
Guys, grow up.
No,
Let's
not
grow
at
up.
all.
Anyway, it's definitely come. Sorry, Karen. No, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, it's was it TwitchCon last year where they said, this is 100 concurrents. It was pretty much what we were looking for.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was TwitchCon last year. And now it's like 75 average viewers in the last 30 days.
It's always been based off their ability to support those numbers, because they want to give. Because with partners, it's not just about the monetization side, because of course now with affiliates that's basically the same. Of course you can't like as many emotes and stuff, but you still have the same ways, if you know what I mean. The main thing with partner is the fact that it's that additional support and opportunities that you get. Like when I went to like EGX, for example, that ability to be on the front page, we didn't even know about, but like stuff like that, right? So it's like this, but they can't. So it depends on how many, and obviously you get given like your own like partnerships kind of manager person who like you can always ask questions to, and it's always been about they want to be able to have that a certain level of support for these partners, and if they've only got so many people, they can't assure that that experience to everyone, if you know what I mean. So the reason why it's the number, the lower can't speak, the viewer count is lowered is because Twitch has grown as a company massively. So they've got their partnerships team is bigger and bigger and bigger, so they can from a time point of view they can afford to have more partners and so on. So I think as the company continues to grow, we could see that drop even lower to like, you know, at least 50. I think it won't be like forever because of course there will be still something to aim for, but I think that's my ramble over just from what I see from it. It's not the fact that there's people who, it's more about assuring that they provide quality service to those people who do get it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Insider info.
Something like that.
It's actually great to know that.
It's also like, I think even things like speaking to companies and saying, I'm a streamer, you know, would you like me to show off your game? If they look at your stream page and see he's just a bog standard streamer, rather than he's a partner.
Well, no.
I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference for a lot of games.
Well, I was going to say, to be honest with you, just to debunk that theory that you're going down, Smile, just look at what we've done in this last 3 months. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not. Like I say, for 90% of games, it probably won't matter. It'll more matter what kind of streamer you are. You know, if they take the time to look at your back catalogue, your recent streams, how much you engage with the audience, how you present the games that you're playing, whether you're honest about them, whether you're just going to say, I got this game for free, I'm going to big it up totally. But I think for when you get into the realm of things like AAA titles, yeah,
I think a lot of those companies are going to be sitting there going, he's not a partner, I don't care.
Yeah, it's going to be a case of this person's not going to get me enough Xbox.
Yeah,
because
that is essentially what it is. It's advertising for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've recently got into this Twitch achievement thing. It was a pop-up. But this one never opened Twitch in her life.
I have been instructed to say Kappa and PogChamp, and also some other things which I don't remember. So, does this make me an expert on Twitch?
It will get you there, so it'll get you closer.
Yep.
Mr. Bean, really AAA shit.
Yeah, but we're not going to go down the AAA games and the usual Xebon file stuff on this one. I think we have managed to avoid our fortnightly.
Yeah, we'll save that. We'll save that for next week, for the next show.
Yeah, we'll save that for the next one. But I don't feel like I'm not paying attention to the Twitch achievements. I'm just getting an email every so often saying, "Hey, you got this one." It's like, really? Did I? Oh, okay, fine, that's great. But I think the path to partner, there are words in my head that are not coming out well. Gee, I wonder why. The path to partner list gives you something to aim for. It gives you a definite target. So I see that as a good thing, but for the rest of it, I'm a bit meh.
Oh, that it will do when he gets there.
Yeah, it's a bit sort of do I really need to pay attention to these? Do they have any other meaning? Not really.
Yeah, you see it, and it's like, oh yeah, have you done this? It's like, kind of. Yeah, right, so whatever.
At the end of the day, you shouldn't worry too much about. Sorry, go ahead, Coil. Actually,
The thing that actually worries me is what if somebody actually starts to broadcast and becomes gets his mind or her mind locked into getting those achievements, into achieving those 250 followers, those 25 chatters, or I don't know, the viewers, that kind of stuff.
Well, as in getting hung up on the numbers sort of thing.
It can get people kind of frustrated if they can't get that, if they try to compare themselves to others. It's under other circumstances, they could be very decent content creators, very decent broadcasters, but they could simply get bitter and simply quit Twitch, for good. Of course, I am presenting a very dark point here.
No, it's a valid point. It is something that it's something that can happen. I honestly don't know if I would still be streaming if a certain fat sneaky ninja and a smurf hadn't shown up in my chat and invited me to join this team, because while I was enjoying it, but I wasn't actually putting much effort into it. I was just doing it when and if.
That's it. I don't know what Fat Ninja you're talking about at all. I have no ideas. If you find
none
if
at
you
all.
can find any said Fat Ninja anywhere, then just let me know. Put answers on the mailbox, and yeah.
I think the other point that I want to say about this is the fact that, seeing as everyone is affiliated, right? The main point is, if heading for partner, the one thing is, even though the achievements are there, it's kind of great. Okay, I need to know roughly what I'm looking at. It's still, even if you get to those numbers, it still doesn't assure that you're going to be partnered. It's still, basically then it says this is now a good point for you to send an application. So you might still be denied, and you can still send an application before as well, because people will be partnered on less, 50 or whatever. They could be it's totally. Still, they'll still review, even if you have a lot under, they'll still review your case, because they still do every single application as a case by case basis. So if you're doing a niche, some niche content that no one else is doing, or something like that, or your stream is super, I say engaging. It's like a great. The content is good, really good. Then you might also get it happening earlier. The main thing is C is that if you want to do that, is actually not to focus on the numbers, but actually focus on the content. Look at what you're doing, basically. Look at how your stream looks. Look around and that kind of thing. You see what I mean? That's all I know is to focus on your content, and if your content is good, the numbers should come eventually.
Mm.
Well, that's exactly the point that I wanted to move on to. Focus on the content, focus on enjoying yourself.
Exactly.
There's this misconception on I don't know, kind of getting root among Twitch viewers. Started way before, somewhere last year. There is that idea that a broadcast should be done only in regards to being public service. It should never be considered as something monetizable, and it should be done only for the purpose of enjoying yourself and the others, and that's the big triggering point there, and the big toxic point there. That if somebody is doing that for the money, then their broadcast is automatically bad. Yeah. Kind of something that popped out on my broadcast, unfortunately. But that's what I'm thinking. It's not the step in the right direction, because yes, that's really, it would be fantastic if people would stop caring about numbers. It would be fantastic if people would stop caring about viewer numbers, about follower numbers, about income from monetization, that kind of stuff. But it's like this is directing everyone's attention exactly toward the numbers, and that's something that even partners like, we all know Lethal Frag, right? We have all seen his broadcast, and he was pointing that out as something that's not right. When he was, he said that he was beginning to focus on numbers, and he wanted to pretty much shift his attention away from that idea.
It's the most important thing. I say the most important. There's so many most important things, but it is like, is that you enjoy what you're playing and streaming. Because if you don't, people feel it. It's like in the atmosphere. If you're really not enjoying a game, like
people pick up.
People pick up on it. And then it's kind of like people can tell if you're like kind of faking or whatever. So that's the most, because if you have fun, people will have fun with you. It's that kind of mentality, right? So
yeah, because ultimately, it's like a case in point in that is when Zoc raided me, you sort of like last night. Was it Friday night? Last night, Thursday night, and you went grats on the 1400. I had not even realised. I didn't even know that I'd hit the 1400 mark until you actually pointed it out. And it was like, oh yeah, I have. Just not an idea. And ultimately, that's how, not that I, don't take any notice of numbers whatsoever, but it's a case of I don't get hung up on it because I just laugh. Just like, I knew what we were going to do a different topic about, which will come on the next stream. So, but I do this for a laugh, and it is what it is. And I say I didn't even notice it got to the 1400 mark. It's like, yeah, okay, cheers for that, thanks, yay! And everyone's always shouting because it's like, yeah, get to 1500 because then something may happen as a big event, which fingers crossed will be before the end. Yeah.
Good luck.
What I'm hoping for.
Want to hear my story still? Or,
yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So my streaming began. Well, I guess I was starting with YouTube more or less. Like when what was it, 2 years ago? Well, yeah, the X-Wing videos, the 8080 walkers that I made back then when timers were still not a thing, and they walked. And I was like, okay, I want to show my builds off as they are, as not only pictures but also clips. So I started YouTube, and I got to like 2,000 subscribers, and then, well, I just got, a bit clogged with school. Editing was a bit too much, and I thought, I can do this also without editing in streaming. And so I just started, announcing on YouTube, yo, I'm streaming. That kind of worked, so I got a few followers from over there. And at a certain point, yeah, I just did it once a week, maybe once in 2 weeks. Still busy with school, studying game design.
Nowadays you stream more than that, right?
Yeah, but now I increased a lot after that, and of course I had this one stream with Xocliw, and that was good fun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. There's more. It's not just us. So that was actually my trigger to take this really a bit more seriously and just go with the flow. And now I'm streaming two times a week almost. Usually start of week, end of week. This week was a bit weird, but that was because of the internships I'm currently chasing. But yeah, and apparently medieval is a thing, so that's currently my whole debacle to explore. So yeah,
cool.
Okay, just a quick one in here. Streamlabs is not running. The scene I'm running in OBS is nothing but my face cam. So why in the name of God did my sub notification just scare the ever-living bejeebus out of me?
Because you're telepathically linked to your Streamlabs account. And so therefore that is how you heard it.
Apparently. I'm guessing it's a browser source.
Yeah.
That's on one of my... it's in as a browser source, but it's not on this scene.
Reacting to Rotel. Rotel, that was the one time I was in Prague and I went to the offices of Keen Software House, and that was the one time stream I was talking about. Yes, I enjoy the rest of Xocliw as well. He's a magnificent...
Well, no... I don't know if they're talking about... I don't know what Rotel was talking about there.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it's alright.
Many
no, it's okay, it's
there
good.
We go.
It's the push to talk and the Blinky side. Yeah, go on, carry on.
That one time with I was in Prague. I visited the offices. It was great. That was when I did the stream together. Like I was sitting in the Keen office. That was the one time I was talking about and taking up the more serious note of streaming.
Your 15 minutes of fame.
Oh, it was what, 5 hours of fame.
Just plug in Curvis. What's this?
Ian, could you say
Oh
something?
God, Curvis. Oh yeah, do you remember that GIF? Blinky. Sorry, go ahead, CoilGun. Sorry, just as something.
I started to hear echo.
Yeah, no, that's just on Blinky's push to talk. That's so. Don't worry about it. It's. Oh God, yes. My God, that GIF. I've just now I've seen it. I can't unsee it again. I thought I got away from that.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Dude, what's that? Which one of the many?
Maybe we could do like a song on this. Like we're all here, right? We could break out into like 5-part harmony.
I can do a dance.
Oh
That's
boy.
fine.
Rob can dance.
I was going to say.
Oh, Rob can dance. I'm already dancing.
Rob is Blinky when he's not Blinky.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So that's what I mean.
Sorry for the duck sing.
But yeah, we could almost go into 5-point harmony, but basically, if you hum it, I'll sing it. No, you sing it, I'll hum it.
Yes.
All by myself, and don't wanna be. Oh God! Everyone just leaves the stream.
Karaoke stream when Rotel, I will not be there.
Well, hey, we could. Well, actually, we could.
You really want to hurt me?
Yes, with a red hot poker. That was a bit harsh, but never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, reader, what do you mean train wreck?
Train wreck.
Mr. Bean, row your boat.
Yeah, right, okay. Right,
Row your boat gently down the stream.
row. No, come on, I thought we'd do the full first thing with that.
I think we should probably. Okay, tell you what. Let's get through our topics, and then if we have time at the end, then we'll have some time for karaoke.
Yeah.
Down the stream and then.
What? Throw the bitch overboard and make sure she screams. What? Anyway, moving swiftly on to the next side of it, which is a bit that's a little bit close to my heart with something that's coming up next Tuesday, which is
This
Tuesday coming, the 12th, which is Stationeers. Now then, some people may not know what Stationeers is, which
Hype.
Me included.
you included, right? Okay. So basically, Stationeers is a not necessarily a block building game, but it is very much in the same sort of vein as SE, as it is built by somebody who is a massive SE fan, and as was explained to me, is basically Space Engineers with all the things included that he thought was missing. The said actual developer of Stationeers is one Dean Hall of Rocketworks of previous AZ fame. Of which, if anyone's watched any of the dev streams, there is actually Stationeers bingo, of which basically you know of events that happen during the stream, i.e. somebody's on fire, somebody dies, ants turn up, somebody mentions Daisy during the dev stream. So
they were actually talking about adding the Dean asks for food.
Yeah, during the stream as well.
On Friday night.
Because that's something that always happens. So, basically, in Stationeers itself, from a graphics standpoint, it does have a more cartoony look than what everything else does. My God.
Yeah. Don't worry, just carry on now.
It's alright, I am doing. Yeah, try not to notice that. And it does have a more cartoony look than what Stationeers does and such like. However, it is a touch more involved. A prime example of it is if you want to put a control panel on the wall, do something. First off, you put the back up on the wall, the back of the control panel. Then you put a circuit board into it to make it into a control panel. Then you put the top on it, and then you program it to tell it which door you want it to affect, for example. And then wire it in. Which is just a case of laying a cable to do the door. Not as if you've got to do individual wiring. But it's a lot more involved than what, for where you're looking at some other things, from the building of it. And I've got a funny feeling that once you start getting into the building of it, it becomes a lot more sort of like satisfying on that side of it, because you've had to do all this work to get to it. It's not just a case of put a block there. There you go. So, it's something that does look interesting. And I know, I've watched quite a few of the dev streams. It's in fact, it's been
Ian watching them, yeah, I see him.
Yeah, so I've watched quite a few of them. Smiter's been joining us because we ended up watching them after Friday Night Shenanigans. And, I've noticed other people dropping in on the stream just having a quick nosy at what things were happening. So, for those that have actually seen it, of which realistically it's about the three of us that are actually here in chat, it's what do you want to expect to come out of it? Because they are doing dedicated server support right from the get-go. Yeah. So there will be a POR server. We can have something going. But what are you expecting out of the game? This is my
complexity.
What's that, Coil?
Beauty in complexity.
Beauty and complexity, isn't it?
I would say that's already.
Yeah,
it'll probably cost like.
Squirrel, it's been announced at $25, which
is the same as Space.
Is that the price point it's at? Because it usually comes up at like £19. Space at full price. So does that work around at 25?
Yeah, it'll be about. That sounds about right. Yeah, it'll be about £19-20.
Roto.
Everything you hate about survival the video game. That's a harsh. But
it's all right. Roto, we all know Roto doesn't enjoy. No. Doesn't enjoy.
What the?
This This is a Sod Wang. Rotel? Buggy. Rotel? Who asked? Buggy.
Oh, what the hell is that? Oh God, my ears! Someone mute that guy. I'm gonna ban him.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, good. Muted. So anyway, Rotel does enjoy survival. Sometimes she plays survival, but she prefers building creative. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I have no idea.
So basically, Stationeers is a survival game.
Yeah, pretty much. It is a survival game, but for the base, you are also sort of like starting off. I think one of the start points is planet based, and also you start on a station itself. They're the two start points to go with it. Which the other little things that complexities that come with it, which also is, say for instance, while you're breathing, you generate nitrogen within your spacesuit. So basically, you've got to filter that out, otherwise you asphyxiate yourself. Food is a thing. And that's added to it, and it's the little things like that which just keep it going. That is what's most probably gonna keep it coming back to. Star Drive, so you just built
Daisy. Kinda like Daisy.
To a degree, in a little bit, yeah. Star Drive, it's not just stations. You can build your own ships well, but don't be thinking you're going to get anything Space Engineers wise. That's where Space Engineers does have still the edge. It is kind of cartoony, blocky, rather than some of the really nice stuff that we make. So it's, but you're not just stopped, only stuck with stations, because there are also, even though it's not on the initial release, there are is away missions as well, because it's not seamless like Space Engineers. It is like individual map areas, as it were. So there are transitions to load into a different area. So that's the sort of thing that you go in between. No kilometre long ships. No kilometre long ships.
Probably not. No.
So as I say, that's coming up Tuesday, and it is dropping Tuesday evening. Which be able to sort of like get. There'll be a server up. See what we can get from there with it, really.
I'll probably play on the server too, Ian. Actually, when I play it, I'll probably come and hop if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
Alright.
It's what we do. It's like, it's that. Funny enough, that was one of the direct questions I asked during a dev stream. It's like, can you set it up on your own ports and everything? They went, yeah, not a problem. It's like sorted. So we've got the VM actually sat in place already for it. So it's just as soon as we can get hold of the files, we'll pick a server up basically, and it will be there to use. So that's kind of good. Do you want to add anything else, Maya?
No, I think 9 PM.
Yes, 9 PM GMT
on Tuesday.
Yeah,
GMT is when it's coming out. I still say my favourite part is the whole everything goes to shit in about 30 seconds. There's things like you have to worry about heat flow. You have to worry about the fact that, let's say you're smelting up some ingots. That's going to produce some waste gases and some waste heat. What do you do with the waste heat? Well, if you keep it inside your station, eventually things are going to start spontaneously combusting. Because when things get hot, they catch fire. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to in that game, is how many ways can I screw it all up.
Ooh, a micromanagement game, my favorite.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. There is the micromanagement to go with it. So, It's going to be interesting. Whether it's got the legs to keep on going and going, that's a different story entirely. Might end up being a bit like Hellion to me. And the fact that I started with Hellion, thought absolutely brilliant, but because of having to do a server wipe when it's your own server on each update, then kind of, I kind of lost interest in Hellion because I was losing progress all the time. So we'll see if it's got the legs.
Yeah.
Which brings us now, talking of legs, it brings us to the last thing, that elusive fifth subject, which is something that's potentially a bit close to Blinky's heart if he just does. Yes, bouncing up and down like a little puppy dog because he's kind of overexcited now. It is the elusive fifth subject of potentially. And ooh,
Dun, dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun.
dun.
He's
We've actually
putting
got
in
the
his
elusive fifth subject this week.
headphone thingy.
But you see, medieval engineers is the topic of day.
Yeah. the topic of day. So,
Yes.
Is this
Like,
a bit
guys in the chat, sorry. Like, I tried to make this whole show about medieval engineers, but they would they wouldn't let me. So instead, we talked about Star Wars.
yeah.
But I'm having great fun with the new patch, and I've already spent, what, 100 hours extra since 0.6 to build Iron Orchard, which you saw briefly back here. Yeah, this was it. This guy said, dude, you should build Iron Orchard. It was in our D&D campaign, so loosely based on the most majestic engineering city to date. And it's just like I've been lost in just the whole idea of this survival. That's I've played the Ark, I've played the Minecraft, but you know that didn't have again destruction physics that Keen is supporting for us. Shut up about Varian. Varian can burn to the ground.
Blinky only wants to advertise the Senate.
So what I've gathered quite a following in ME actually. So the fun thing about this is that I can actually stream it while I'm just playing a game, you know, with people and just interacting with them, and they are watching me stream. So that's also like the actual thing that I could never really do in Space Engineers, because the multiplayer is so much based on this ship to ship like movement, while medieval is more about building to building, which is static, which is way more stable at the moment than well, what medieval is or what the space is offering. So this is why I actually switched, because I can enjoy the multiplayer for its full potential, even though of course sometimes the cards are still doing weird stuff. But so that's me on medieval. So Zoc, I know you will probably tomorrow stream as well with the Deep Flame.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing Deep Flame. I'll tell you a little story. Deep Flame is coming around my house with his girlfriend, and they're going to use my washing machine. That's about it. That's all I got for you.
That's all you got.
So no, he's coming around because his washing machine is broken. So he was like, hold on 1 minute. Let's use... When I come round, let's come on stream when you're streaming medieval, and I can come. So he's going to actually come live stream at my house here. It'll be quite fun. Also, I'm excited to announce that the Zoc star will be officially added to the banner symbols in game. I'm really happy about that.
Nice.
That's all Dev wangling there. So
It was, and it was bribing, because he said, oh, you know, can I come around and use your washing machine? I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then I was like, wait a minute, I got a bribe for you. I said, you can use my washing machine if you add my star, the Zoc star, into Medieval Engineers. He was like, all right then. So he did. So that'll be coming out soon. So I'm so happy about that. It'll be so awesome.
That's it.
Fantastic trade.
Yeah, it's there. It's immortalised now. The Zoc star is an official thing, actual thing.
Although I do want, I told him that people want more icons and more banner backgrounds. So I would love to somehow work. I said to him we should do like another competition. It'd be great to see what we could come up with. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could do a competition, or we could just do some kind of like community poll and find out what, especially what would be really good banners and icons to have actually. So, Northeast, sorry. Murdoch's, I'm going to put that on your flag. Well, it's alright, Murdoch, it's alright, man. I'm just going to be happy that I don't have to install a mod to do it.
Yeah, it's now vanilla immortalised forever. But it's like, it would actually be sort of pretty cool, but depending on how it actually goes in context-wise, as to whether you could actually do it as a graphics import in any case. If you've got a set graphic size that you can use to make it the glyph to go onto the banners, that would open a whole realm of possibilities. Even if it's only, let's say you're only using it for the banners, but you've got it as a graphic import, that will do it right. It will change it from, say, PNG into proprietary format, like you do with MWM Builder for making mods, and to bring a graphic in for the banners. So using a tool to make the graphic something that you can bring in.
They're just PNGs, Ian.
Are they just PNGs in any case?
Literally, if you guys want to mod your own banners, all you have to do is like simple web. It's how I tested it. Make a PNG image. It will be like I don't know. It will be like, I think it's 512 pixels by 512, and replace one of the existing ones. Just make sure it's white with a transparent background, and replace like the skull or the sun or whatever. And you literally drag it into that folder, and I think it goes, Steam apps, common, medieval engineers, textures, banner, icons, or whatever, and you literally just drag it in and name it as one of the existing ones, and it just works. And of course, you can also mod it so actually, like, you can add one without replacing one. But if you replace it, it means that it will appear for you. So if you join a server where someone has using the sun or the skull icon, and you've replaced that with a Kappa face, then for everyone else, of course, it will appear as the skull, but for you, it will appear as the Kappa. So you can do it locally like that, and which can be alright if you're playing single player, or even if you're playing a multiplayer, or you're streaming, for example, and you just want your stream to see a certain icon, basically. So that's something that you can check out.
Yeah,
but you were talking
very well. Try that.
But Ian was talking about something like a way because it's really sorry, it's simply just a PNG image. But Ian, I think you were talking about doing it like so it would become in game, like you could just load up a thing. The problem with that is it's like what might people add to the game. The only thing is it's no different to LCD panels and Space Engineers. You can kind of put inappropriate stuff on anything, but that would be the concern. Like, why it's not just like import an image into the game is the fact that on multiplayer servers you can't control what people put onto banners and stuff. It could get kind of lewd.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking now Saints Row 4 and Saints Row 4 and banners, which I would imagine that kind of now stays for itself. Yeah, and so that's it. That was just just one of those of an idea of whether it's some Bible, but yay, nay, you just. So right, well, if that is where we're up to.
Actually, wait, no. I want to ask Coil. I want to ask Coil about medieval engineers and if he's had any interest in it and what he if he would consider doing it.
Whoops, very sensitive question, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Better not to answer on the show, sorry. Very sensitive. It will make many people cry.
Oh, okay. Alright. But anyway, okay, then if we'll ask, because I know...
I mean, the game feels interesting, looks interesting also.
Yeah.
And come think about it, I've been wanting to get out of the rails of Space Engineers because I started to feel a bit on rails there. and
Okay.
definitely I'm looking for other games to stream in this moment. Even
Okay.
today I streamed Kerbal Space Program.
It's like good. That's great. Like you definitely want to diversify because you always get burnt out of a certain game. Like when I started streaming, I was only doing space for I have no idea. I don't know. It'd be interesting to know how long it was until I did my first non-space engineer stream. But I definitely 3, 4, 5 months I only did space, and it felt great. It felt great, like to do something else, and it was also great to see that people would, people would turn up for something else as well, which is really great. So, yeah, I was just that's what I was saying. But for some people, medieval, that setting like isn't for them, which is fair enough. But like, even though I focus on space, like, it's been an absolute blast. I know Ian streamed it. I know Blinky streamed it. I don't think Smite. What about you, man? You haven't streamed medieval yet. Any feelings on that? If we're seeing as we're still
I
on
streamed
medieval.
it a couple of times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not a lot, but a little. I think the last major update, not the most recent one, the one before, I think I started getting into it. I do find it fun, but I find that I'm doing more in the world off stream.
Okay.
Than I am on stream, because I don't think I'm as good at making me digging a hole be entertaining. And a lot of the time what I was doing was I was doing the building on stream and I was just in a hole digging stone.
But that's not the same as space.
In order to build. Space, I can build a bigger miner with more drills on it. And I can do the off-camera mining.
Okay.
Much quicker. By the time, once I get to a certain point, can't really do that in medieval. You still have to have. It's still you with a pick. So while I love I think medieval is one of those games where I would probably play it more in creative.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to go back to it. I know I'm going to go back to it. But I have a long list of games.
I agree on
And it
you with
keeps
you
getting
that
bigger.
the current digging and gathering wood is kind of a grind, because at a certain point you know how to dig and how to chop wood. And luckily they made the wood chopping now one hit kill with the steel axes. But I definitely want something like a wood cutting machine, for example. A automatic saw. You can just roll across the land. And that's what I'm currently missing, because we have the automatic farming, but that's like only a certain aspect of the game that you can engineer towards.
Ooh, like the Super Axe Hacker from the Lorax.
And that's probably why you are off-put by medieval and indeed want to do creative. And I'm like the opposite. Like, okay, I don't want to do creative because, well, this multiplayer aspect is so important to me, and that's the fun part of medieval for me in this case. But yeah, I see definitely why this is still 0.6 and not 1.0. So we'll see in the future what Keen has for us.
I mean, like I say, all of the stuff that I've seen about the latest update looks really exciting. It makes me want to play again, but it has been a case of, so I'm going to be chopping trees for half an hour to build the house I want. Or an hour to build the house I want.
Well, that's the good thing about, well, having a stable multiplayer server. The wood is already there. Other people have gathered it for you. They don't need it anymore. So now, join our guild and and be happy.
And
you just have like little lackeys running around saying, "Oh, I'll do some wood cutting for you, 15 minutes, and you have enough for, working for 2 hours. So it's fine." But that's why I do the survival now. Like, if I would be on my own, it would be a drag, it would be boring, and well, I also keep the projects relatively small. Relatively.
Yeah.
I just think it's relaxing though. Even though it takes time, there's something weirdly, yeah, Blinky exactly covers, but it's weirdly relaxing. I find, even though it is slower than space, there's this you could say the slower, but I don't find it. It's weird. I don't find it tedious actually. I mean, it is tedious, but it's like it's something weirdly
therapeutic.
Therapeutic, yeah, that's what I would. Yeah,
satisfying to see those trees fall down and just hack it, and it becomes a nice log. You pick up the log, hack it again, another log. In space, it's just you put your drill forward and hope that the proper thing is in your path to get it.
I mean, I'm not trying to say that it's. I'm finding it boring. I don't want to know what the sombrero's about. Because I don't. I agree with you. I find it relaxing, but the thing is that I don't feel like I can do it on stream, and I end up spending so much time off stream going, you know, it becomes a job that I need to do for my stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to prepare preparation.
It gets to be less fun, and it gets to be more, this is something I have to do now. And I think that's why I stopped playing ME on stream, because it was so much, it was becoming a job. And not in the good way, where you get paid lots of money.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I suppose that's where it's like a bit different, because like when I'm sort of like doing streaming from the server, no, we've kind of like generally, you know, pitched in and we have bits and pieces around. And I know what you mean about the therapeutic side of it, because that, you know, when I've done the ME streams, you know, we rebuilt an entire wall from normal stone to sandstone because I added the sandstone mod. It was like, right, okay, rebuilt it, and it was like, even though I was just replacing the like-for-like wall, it was just mildly satisfying.
Yeah.
That'll do. And it's like, now we have a sandstone wall. Awesome. And it's like, and now we just carry on. And that was basically the entirety of the stream. I built a wall. Phrase that. Replaced a wall. Nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, yeah, the stuff in ME, you get more of a sense of achievement out of it.
Pride in
because you've had to put
sense
in
of pride?
the...
Yeah, no?
Yeah. Because you've had to put in more work. Because of the ridiculous length. I mean, talking about Ian and his 30 minutes and we're in space. You know what I mean? It's more of a... Yeah, there's more of a sense of, I did this. It was worth all of that work in the end. It's just, I don't ever feel like I can show any of that work on camera. Maybe joining one of the servers would be the way to get around that, but now I've got Stationeers to worry about. So we'll see how that goes.
Anything else anybody wants to add with the whole medieval side of things? Oh, there we go. That was a silence. That was a tumbleweed rolling. So on that basis, I'm thinking this is a good point to wrap up this week's stream. So, with a massive thank you, as always, to Smiter in the top, to Blinky, who's currently in the middle of a sword fight. Yeah, go figure. To Xocliw.
Yep.
To CoilGun. And me, your host, IanDlive. Is there anything you want to end on, Mr. W?
Wait, who's that?
You. Is there anything you want to end on?
Well, I want to go through everyone and just say, I don't know if we didn't do it at the start. Basically, because one of the other things this show is...
Put your teeth back in, boy.
I wanted to do is try and show some of the other streamers in the team to other members of the community who may not know about other streamers, right? So ideally, tell like each one of us, tell like the chat like what your plans are for streaming in the next week. Like, have you got any cool things coming up? You're going to do this tomorrow, whatever. And yeah, that's what I feel like we could do now. Like, starting up with Smiter. So what can people look forward to from Smiter, and why should they check you out this week, Smiter?
So what we got this week? Next stream will be Tuesday, which will be Space Engineers, because boo, Stationeers doesn't come out till 9 o'clock at night. What the hell are we doing? Oh, we're working on a ship. We're working on a, dear God, this thing is going to break the world ship right now, which I was playing around with some ideas for after the stream today. Thursday will be Witcher 3. I'm finally getting the chance to sit down and actually play that bloody game. Where the hell have we got to up in that? We just killed the Griffin. That's what it was. We just did like the opening section of the game last week. Then Friday night shenanigans with our host, Mr. IanDlive.
Be dangerous, right?
He won't be there this week.
No.
Won't be there this week, so it won't be elite.
Oh, okay.
Not sure what's going to happen there. We'll probably make it up as we go along.
Yeah.
That's what usually happens. And then next Saturday will be more Space Engineers.
Seems good, man. Seems good.
And for those of you who know what I'm talking about, I believe all of this week, keep your eyes peeled for Game Music Packs news. If you remember when we had Angel on the show a few weeks ago, I believe the next packs pre-orders are going to go live within the next week, maybe 2, is the hope. So within about the next 2 to 3 weeks, we should have the new music pack.
Cool, man.
Right.
Forward.
Right then, Blinky. Tell us.
Probably gonna Monday and Tuesday stream. Probably I will be finishing up my Star Destroyer in one of them, and the other one will make a Trojan horse in
Medieval Engineers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems.
Yeah.
So that's for the Tuesday, Monday, and I'm leaving Friday is for some kind of pre-holiday cheer kind of project in space. So I've sent out some requests to fellow Xebon members, and we'll see what that project holds. Did you do your homework yet, Sock? Yeah, I don't believe you have actually reacted.
Wait.
So
maybe not.
So we'll see about that. So just a few projects, and I will be probably just haphazardly streaming medieval whenever I feel like. So that's me.
There you go. There's Blinky. All right, CoilGun. Tell us.
So for tomorrow, I had in my plans to play Xebon because it's for free for the weekend. And I really kinda wanted to give that game a chance now that it's in version many.
Wait, what was that game? Let me just...
The X games are free this
weekend.
The X.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that. Damn it.
I am kind of a fan of the X series. Kind of. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do tomorrow. So for Monday, I was planning to finish my cargo ship and probably set up waypoints for its remote control blocks. But that would be just to get it to the radar outpost that I captured and back to the planet. Because it's not going to be on Tuesday, because on Tuesday we have Factorio, where everybody will understand why I am such a notorious person for using logic circuits. But from Wednesday to Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are going to be Space Engineers, when I think I will be ready with my small cargo ship and I will be sending it on its first automated mission.
Nice.
Cool, man. That sounds good.
Saturday.
I love Factorio. Oh, sorry.
Saturday is going to be another Kerbal Space Program day. When I guess I will be doing some space tourism missions, pretty much getting Kerbals to space and back. Kerbal tourists. And finally, well, the next Sunday is going to be Space Engineers again.
Pretty cool, man. That sounds like a tasty schedule. Factorio, Space Engineers, Kerbal Space Pro. That's cool, man. That's cool. So yeah, definitely. I've been linking up the guys in chat as they've been doing out their schedules, guys. So definitely check out all their channels. And finally, I mean, it's kind of ending with a So finally, Mr. IanD, tell us your travel schedule, because of course IanD is traveling a lot.
Right, travel schedule.
Travel stream schedule.
Yeah, the travel stream schedule. There will be a stream Monday night, of which basically data withstanding, of which will be continuing with SE with the current world. The people have been wanting to sort of like us to like maybe tone down the Deep Horse mod that we've been running. However, now that the world's been done, we can't tone it down, so it's extreme hardcore all the way. Tuesday night, which I think I'm in Worcester. Tuesday night, yeah, Worcester. That will be Stationeers for when it gets released. Could it be either streaming Tuesday night, or it may have to wait to the Wednesday, depending on how the download on mobile data. Then the rest of the week, depending on where I actually am, whether I'll be able to stream. I can guarantee I will not be streaming on Thursday night. Thursday night, Friday morning, I'll be watching Star Wars: The Last Jedi, as it is debuting in the UK. Thursday night, Friday morning. And unfortunately, Friday is Enforced Company Happiness Day, aka the staff party. So I will not be available for Friday night shenanigans. However, there will be things happening over. But things to keep your eyes open for. There will be a 1-year anniversary of the 36 stream coming to your screens on September 26th from 9 PM on the 26th until 9 AM on the 28th.
That is a good point. That's a good one. And we're going to push that hard. You want 36 hours of Ian? You got 36 hours of Ian.
That will be happening, as I say, from Boxing Day evening through to the 28th. Of which, yeah, it'll be basically a straight SE extravaganza. Yeah,
oh God, I couldn't do that. Like 30, Ian is the one guy who can tank those streams. So I thoroughly recommend you guys tuning in to all of that if you can, but at least some of that stream, because Ian will be tanking through and he'll need our support to get through that. So yeah, I know I'll be watching.
Yeah, it's just a case of, to be honest with you, the best support for a 36-hour stream, and this is no word of a lie.
Oh God,
I
feel tired thinking about it.
Is just to actually turn up on the Discord, we drag you into the chat, and you just chat away. That, believe it or not, is the secret. If we've got people that are there chatting away with you, spot on. It's how I accidentally did 24 hours. You know, the accidental 24-hour stream when we were building the beehive on Mars a long time ago. But that was the thing. So, you know, so that's stuff that's coming up over these next few months. So that actually then leaves the only person that's not actually said what he's doing over this next week. What are you doing?
I left me out because you know what I'm like. I have no idea what I'm doing. I was like, that's why I skipped, me to CoilGun, but I guess. Right, let me think here. I might. No, tomorrow I'll be doing Medieval Engineers, and Deep Flame will be coming over the house having some fun. Monday, I think we'll be playing Getting Over It with the name, but that incredibly infuriating game. So if you want to see me cry and probably curse more than any other stream, I don't know. I'm going to try and not, but it seems like that's what it's like. And then
I've seen footage, Zoc. You're going to be in tears and bubbling wreck on the floor by the end of it.
Oh, I know. I'm kind of dreading it, but I promised Alish.
I'm kind of really looking forward to watching.
I promised Alish I'd do it. So then Tuesday, I guess Tuesday I should do space because I haven't done space since last week. So I'll probably do space on Tuesday, and then I never know about Wednesday and Thursdays. Friday space, ideally more medieval Wednesday or Thursday. Oh God, I know Thursday Helion has a massive update dropping next week, so there's a good chance I'll do a Helion stream next week. So. And then, yeah, that's probably about it. I haven't got anything over because I'll be away for a couple of weeks. I probably won't do anything too much over Christmas. Oh, actually, what I might do, I'm actually going skiing with my family. So what I'm going to try and do is actually try and stream skiing. Just see if it's possible. Just like for an hour or so, see what happens. But that's about it. That's me. Done. Yeah.
Right. I'll send you a PM. Do you want to borrow my 8-man? Because that'll do you so much better if you're doing the streaming and skiing. You take me 8-man, you'll have all the best footage. So. Right then. So on that basis, I think that is a good point to wrap up for the week. So,
Ian, can I?
Oh, go for it. Go. Yeah,
I've been just for a quick mention
back.
Here.
Run it back
because I need to start bigging this one up.
January. Yes.
Yep. Last week of January. If I get a calendar up, at some point in the last week of January, I'm thinking probably the 24th, 25th-ish, I will be doing my first 24-hour stream. I will be doing my first 24-hour stream for... Thank you, CoilGun. I honestly don't think I'm going to survive it, but yay. For a charity called Special Effect.
Ah, yeah.
I met some of the team when we were all down in Birmingham for EGX, and most of me is really looking forward to this, and most of me is absolutely terrified. But more details to follow. All of the Just Giving pages, etc., will be done and dusted, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, so that I can get them off to Alison at Special Effect and get everything sorted. Yes, I know, user, I can't plan a 2-hour stream. I don't plan a 2-hour stream. I don't plan anything. Rotal, yes, I believe so. Let me double check.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that is exactly the charity that I'm talking about. So
it's cool stuff, man.
Round about that week, because I happen to be off, because the 1983 is only half of what makes me 34 years old. I'm old, really old. So hopefully, like I said, more amazing details to follow. Wormy, yes. Also, anybody that was unaware, Wormy did a 24-hour stream last week.
Really? What?
With the rest of his regiment.
Oh, cool.
They did a 24-hour sponsored cycle for 2 charities. Wormy, are the charity links, are the Just Giving links still active? And if they are, do you have them to hand?
Yeah, because please post them up, because they are 2 very deserving charities.
They really are. They did 24 hours. They're sensible people. It wasn't just Darth Wormy on a bicycle for 24 hours.
What is exercise?
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, the only exercise I'm ever going to is going to be that, I say, cats and selfie sticks. I could do a 24-hour cat walking stream with a selfie stick. That's all I can offer. So fair play to you, Darth. That's incredibly impressive, man.
Yeah, there you go. Game Heroes and AFB, I think, was the other one. There we go. So, guys, head on over.
Oh.
Any anything you can give, it's always worth it.
Those links don't work.
Those links don't work?
No.
Ben, what'd you do? Does it need to be... Did you miss out the wobbly wobblies? Oop.
And this is where we go all professional to make it work.
Yeah.
No, error connection refused. And it is connection refused. That is just with girls. You do.
Scrolling through all the things.
Okay.
This is gonna be this is a long.
Oh, we haven't. Oh, hold on a minute.
There we go. So that's the right one. That's for me.
Got it.
That's looking more like.
So if that is all, if that is all the formalities, then Ian, maybe it's time for the song, the outro song, the really. I need to think of us. What song do you reckon?
Well. But are you playing a song because there's the end credits? Have end credits.
What?
Have end credits.
We actually have end credits.
Wait, is that a song that we can sing along to?
Oh no! What we're doing? Row, row, row your boat. Is that what we're doing?
No, that's what I mean. Like I'm thinking, okay, let's get into the beautiful harmony here.
Okay.
Like I'll take the soprano, you know. Ooh 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 ooh, and then I can even get my ukulele out if you want. Hold on, wait. What's a good song to sing together?
I'm too sleepy to sing.
You're too sleepy. Oh.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
That is okay. Well, you can do the. Okay. In that case, cool. I want the. That kind of stuff going on.
One for filter will get soaked.
and nothing's what. And nobody.
Poffertjes en crackertjes en poffertjes.
Look, I actually know just how much Rotor loves Christmas songs. So, how about? I think the next stream we can do a Christmas song. We can do We Wish You a Merry Klangmas, probably. We wish you a Merry Klangmas. We wish you a Merry Klangmas. We wish you a Merry Klangmas and a not so clangy New Year.
Full on reverb and everything.
That's some nice fudge.
So we
cut
we'll
out
get training that.
some pieces. So let's do a pre-recording.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, Zoc, you went all Mariah on us there for a second.
Ooh ooh ooh! My ears are bleeding.
Mine too.
Oh god, that
Guys, you did not see Zoc and Lost on the piano.
Oh yeah, you got
at
yeah, you
EGX.
missed out.
That was that was when the hell was that? That was the second night?
Third night. No, yeah, second night. No, it was second night.
When we spent about an hour sat next to that piano.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do we even sing there? I can't remember what we sang.
God, there was loads.
It was actually a mini concert. it was the Xebon concert.
No, hold on. Oh, we could do just the 5 of us. All I want for Christmas is working wheels. Ooh, my wreck. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, but I don't care about the skins underneath that care package. Do 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 boo boo boo. Boo 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 boo.
That's some grade A improvisation right there.
Come true. Marek, all I want for Christmas is working wheels. Yeah.
Working pistons in multiplayer.
Is this memes? Really? This is memes, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is all the memes.
We have all the memes, every meme.
User, I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, it's the clips. There are many. There are going to be so many.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, it'll end up in the next POR vid.
It will be the same. It will be something. Right. So are we going into any more choral verses? Or are we sung out? Or are we just going to release the Xebon Christmas single later?
Why not all three?
User guide, that was perfect. God damn it, user. That was some AAA shit.
Yep.
Wait, don't look at your Discord status. Evers,
I've
you've
already
said it
looked.
now.
Of course, he does that by purpose to attract attention. Oh, that's
Yeah,
actually.
obviously.
Actually, this is, honestly, I've had enough of this. This results in a ban. Sorry, Curvis, this is unacceptable. Yeah. You can't bait people like that. That's baiting right there.
Yeah, we're not having baited on this channel. God damn it. Wait a minute. Oh, that's back and
A Xebon Christmas. Oh god, I hope not.
yeah. We wish you a merry Xebon Christmas. So I'm telling you, we've got to think of some lyrics, and then we'll just get it going. We really do.
We wish you a Xebon Christmas. We wish you a Xebon Christmas.
There you go.
There you go, CoilGun. That's it. Lead us.
Yeah,
lead
go
us,
for
glorious.
I don't know what to say for New Year, and I absolutely don't know the text of that song.
There we go. That'll do.
That'll do. Never mind. Oh, right.
Oh, come on, we'll sing one other day when I'm not sleepy.
Yes, sir.
Barely keeping myself awake.
It's alright. We will find something.
What has this become?
I don't know. You've led us down a dark path.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't my fault. It was someone
After
else's
me,
fault.
okay.
It was Curvis.
It is Curvis's fault.
Prepare.
Okay,
Three,
so on that.
And the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and we wish you a Xebon Christmas. We wish you a Xebon Christmas.
Xebon Christmas.
Come on, guys,
Wish
sing
you
with
a
me.
Xebon Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
New Year.
Good.
Okay.
All right,
yeah,
I think
we're done.
let's just.
Yeah,
this
done.
is like.
We're done.
And I thought my outros are. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheers, guys,
Right.
from chat.
Okay.
Come
Right.
On, come on, Ian.
Gee, I wonder what Xocliw brought to this episode of the Xebon Files.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see how we got here. Right. Anyway.
Jingle bell, rock.
Oh, thank God you said rock. Anyway. Anyway. So we'll go from here before we embarrass ourselves anymore. Thank you all for turning up. We will see you very soon on our own streams, and also in 2 weeks' time on the 23rd, the next episode of the Xebon Files. On that basis, I'll bid you very. Bye now.